The new Party 1019. The new Party 101. New Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
Bomb today. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Outside the Booth, where we talk to DJs about their life and experiences. I go by the name of DJ Kamish, alongside the lovely BX.
Hey now.
And Mr. 212 himself.
What up? What up? What's going on?
DJ Knuckles is here.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
I miss you guys.
You know?
I haven't seen you guys in a couple of weeks, so
Yeah.
It feels good to have all three of us here. You was too busy to be in the building, so for all three of us to be back in the studio together is,
you know what? I will say this. I was coming into the studio today and just in the streets of New York City, and I'm like, I haven't been here in a while.
He asked me what floor we on. He texted me and said, "Yo, what floor again?"
I forgot.
I would have hit you with the wrong floor, and then you would have had to be on the screen.
Listen, I had to ask the correct floor because I did not want to tell today's guest the wrong floor.
Right.
And today's guest is, oh man, let me tell you, this guy right here. There's a funny story. I saw him a couple of weeks ago. Knuckles, you was there. We was all there.
Yes, sir.
A couple of weeks ago, and I did not recognize him. I saw the face, but I'm like,
who is this?
I'm like, this can't be him. Nah, that's not him.
Mm-hmm.
He has transformed so much, which we're gonna talk about in a second. He's transformed so much, and then I didn't realize how much shorter I am to him too. And I'm like, this can't be the same guy, but it is the same guy. And this guy is a Bronx native like you and us.
Okay.
Like you.
Not him.
Not him. But
Not him.
This is definitely an uptown show, right? Like,
thanks for cleaning that up, Commander.
It's an uptown show. All right. So he is a Bronx native. He is I like to say a radio legend, a mixtape legend, a touring legend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything that this man has touched in his career has turned
to diamonds. Not even gold.
Not even gold, diamonds.
Diamonds.
Right.
It's like pressed into diamonds. When I read our guest bio, I was floored. It's so extensive. But go ahead, finish. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only DJ Chubby Chub is here.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
One time for the legend.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, man. It's good to have you here. I was happy to have you here on the show because I feel like we met way later, but I knew about you for like 20 years, right? Like, I remember when Craig G went to Hartford and did radio in Hartford. You was already in Boston at the time. And that's when I was like, wow, here's a guy from Harlem
killing it
in Hartford, and a guy from the Bronx killing it in Boston. I was like, and y'all was there for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Were you living in Boston when you did the radio show up there?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, that's crazy.
I moved from the Bronx and I ended up in Boston. I really ended up in Massachusetts, but I still was doing mixtapes, so I was traveling back and forth, and I still was dabbling with Rockefeller and things like that.
Okay.
I got a question. I've never asked any of our guests this, but when people meet you or when you're sitting down and you think about your career, how do you summarize who you are and what you've done?
You know, the crazy thing is it's hard for me to sell me.
Really?
I can totally understand that. Yeah.
You know, it's the people think I'm crazy, right? They be like, yo, why you don't be saying you? Why you don't? And it's hard for me to say that. It's really hard for me to say I did this or I did that because I don't have that. To be arrogant just to say things, I can't do it. And I'm a Scorpio. I'm going to be honest.
So how do you summarize yourself when you speak to people or when you were getting booked before now?
I mean, before you just tell people, yo, you know, I do this and I'm willing to, you know, work and make it happen. You know what I mean? The most humblest way I can.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some people, I used to have somebody that would talk for me and explain them who I was because that would be easier.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, nowadays it's not even about that. You know what I mean? Nobody really cares what you did 20 years ago.
I care because that was
No,
serious.
No, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, the average person, they really care about what's going on now. Nobody really cares what I did 30 years ago. I care because I did it.
Right, right.
But I do care more about what I'm doing now versus what I've done. And I'm thankful for all the lessons that I've learned.
So if you had to summarize right now, how would you sell yourself to us? Or summarize, not even sell, summarize your background in like quick, short. How would you, who is DJ Chubby Chub?
I've been there and I've done that. That's the best thing I can say is that I've been there and I've done that. And you know, and in the overall aspect, I can say I'm the guy. I'm the guy for it. For whatever it takes, from radio to the club to the stages, I'm for it. 1,000%.
You've been everywhere.
And on that note, you know that you're probably one of a handful of DJs that has been successful in every, not genre, every area a DJ can play in.
I'm glad you said that.
Tours, parties, shows, all different type of aspects of DJing. It's not that many of people. They've done clubs all their life. They've done shows all their life. Because, you know, we grew up with tour DJs, mix CD DJs, or party DJs.
Right.
Yep.
You're one of the few that have mastered all three.
And I'm thankful for that. And I thank you for acknowledging that. Because it's like, you know, in reality, you think, you know, coming from the era where I came from, right? From 174 University in the Bronx, and I had a strict father. You know, I'm 100% Puerto Rican. It's the hardest thing to tell your parents that you love hip-hop. Growing up, and then all your friends are drug dealers, but they're bringing you these tapes of Brucey B and Hollywood and Starsky and Star Child, and you're listening to these tapes and you're like, wow.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're like, and then they're giving me money to make these tapes and to buy these records. They want me to replicate these tapes in my own way with those records.
They was giving you the money to do that.
To go buy it. They didn't want me on the block.
Oh,
Wow, that's real.
Awesome.
That's real.
That's awesome.
They didn't want me on the block. They was like, we don't want you in the streets. They were like, nah, you going.
So you was the one in your neighborhood. You was the one.
Yeah, I was definitely the one. Definitely a lot of the drug dealers in my area, they made sure that I really stayed focused on music and listening to these guys. That's why, you know, Brucey B is my mentor. Like, as growing up, you know, Clark Kent, Brucey B are mentors to me. They the ones that they told me I had it and I was gonna make it and I was gonna do what I had to do, and I did it.
Did you see what they was talking about, the guys from the block? Did you see what they was putting into? Because they could just be like, yo, he a DJ from the block, support it, it's the block. And then Latins got this support system from the family nature.
Because see, the OGs in my block, they made sure, they was like, nah, you got this. And there was a lot of DJs in my area. And everybody.
Oh, yeah, you got a couple, you want to name some of them.
And in my block, there was a lot of people that were growing up and they was going to be DJs. You know what I mean? But nobody really stood, like they didn't stick to it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I had no other choice. I stuck with it. Like, it was stuck. I was embedded for it. Like, I knew I wanted it. But I didn't know the outcome of what it was going to be. I didn't know that this was going to be what it came to be. Like, I didn't know I was going to ever leave my block. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And the problem that a lot of people did, and it still goes on, where the DJ doesn't leave their area.
Yeah. Local. Stay local.
Right?
Stay local, yeah.
So, person like me, I was going to Harlem. I was going to Jersey. I was going to Brooklyn. I was going to Queens. I wasn't afraid. I was going to all these places. And I was meeting all these other DJs.
Right.
So I was connecting dots without even realizing it.
Fair.
It was the work ethic.
But everybody just stayed in the Bronx. And it became, you know what movie changed all that? Juice.
I was about to say the local. When I said local, I thought of local.
Juice changed that for me. No, for real. We went to see the movie. We saw it 3 times.
Okay.
That day, me and a bunch of guys. By the time we came on, it's like, yo, you local.
Wow.
It's like, yo, you local. And I was like, oh, word. But in reality, you know, they roasting you. They killing you, right? You're like, all right, we local. That's cool. That's cool. I'm local. But I still was rocking Parkside Plaza. I had Parkside Plaza on Friday, and the line was around the corner. I still had Freaky Friday with Brucey B, Love Bug, R.I.P., Star Child, Hollywood. I was opening up for them.
Okay.
Then I was still doing Savoy, and I still was opening up for Clark Kent. I was like, wait a minute, I can't be that much local. Wait a minute. Right? So I started going harder. In that same year, 90.
That was 91?
92, right? No. Yeah, like
92,
92, because that's when Doo-Wop put me on to Mixtapes. Doo-Wop was the one that took me down 100 to Stereo Palace before it became Stereo Palace.
Okay.
He took me down to Steve, and he's like, yo, take his tape. And I sold him my first tape. First of all, Doo-Wop was the one that made me talk on tapes. I didn't even want to talk on tapes. I wasn't even talking on tapes.
Shout out to Doo-Wop for that.
I didn't even have a voice. I was like, I hated my voice. And he was like, nah, you got to talk. And then it moving forward, that's what it was. Once I did that, it was over. That was it.
Wow.
I love
It was the aspect of moving outside. And that's what people didn't realize. Like, I wasn't just in one area. After that, I started doing parties in Schenectady. I thought Schenectady was Connecticut before even going to Schenectady.
Wow. Really?
Before even going to Montreal, Canada. The first time I had a passport, I went to Canada and I DJ with Bomb Deep and Showbiz and AG. It was crazy.
So much for you being local.
Right. So and then it becomes, yo, let me go with you. Nah, you don't go with me. I'm local.
I'm local. That's it.
Everybody wanted to come with me.
Meet me at Parkside.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, nah, you local. Nah, you ain't local, bro. Come on, let's go. I want to go with you.
That's crazy.
That's
awesome.
That's crazy. So you didn't ask the question we always ask all of our guests. So
I was going to get you that.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to know. I'm curious.
So how did the name? We always ask this. How did you get your name? How did the name Chubby Chub come along?
It's crazy, right? So I've been, let's say like late 80s, I'm trying to figure out a name. I couldn't get a name. I just was trying to find a name. And everybody used to call me Gordito. And I was like, so I asked my mom, what's Gordito in English? She said, it's Chubby. She's like, it's Chubby. Like, you know, my moms don't speak real good English. But she like, it's Chubby. So I just was like, Chubby Chub. So I took it upon myself to go to Fordham Road, and I got a graffiti shirt made. And I put DJ Chubby Chub. And I came back to the block because that night we was gonna go to a jam and see Flash and a couple of DJs at a park jam at the school I went to. And everybody was killing me. They was like, Chubby Chub in your face and in your butt.
Wow.
They was killing, like, where you get this name from? And like, name is garbage. Like, they was like, it's garbage. It's a burger name. I was like,
wow.
You know, my project was ruthless. My project was ruthless. The people I grew up with, they was ruthless. And then I was like, I'm staying with it, man. I like it.
Yeah.
But now it's hard to even keep the name.
Wait, before we get into the next question, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with our guest, Chubby Chub, in the building. It's your girl, BX, DJ Knuckles, and DJ Kamish. We'll be right back outside the booth.
The new party 1019. The new party 1019. The new party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
And we're back outside the booth.
Yep.
Yours truly, DJ Commish.
Yep.
BX is here.
Yes.
Mr. 212, DJ Knuckles is here.
Yo.
And you had a thought, Knuckles.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even a thought. This is gonna sound crazy. You know, I know 90% of the DJs.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been around them. We've talked. We have barbershop talk all the time. And clearly, we're peers coming up. And we come from the same background, school and all that. And you are probably the second DJ, which is unreal, and it don't make sense. The second DJ who said that Brucey B inspired you that much, because they really don't, because he is my mentor. He's my idol.
Oh, that's dope.
And y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
What Bruce did. They talk about Rooftop, but when they talk about Rooftop, they talk about the details of what was in it. They don't say about the music
And the vibe.
And that voice.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's the voice. Like once you have your voice and you solidified yourself being able to speak,
Yeah.
that's what you really look at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to understand the correspondence of being able to, let's say you hear a Bruce tape, right? And it's like, all right, now it's the world famous Brucey B going uptown, downtown, out of town. and it's like, you hear that. But at the time, he's like, homeboy, get off my speakers. Even that sounds crazy. Even that sounds crazy.
Right.
Homeboy, get off my speakers. I don't care what you're doing, but you get off my speakers. Like, you hear that on a tape.
And it still sounds good.
And it still sounds
great.
flagrant.
Yeah.
Like, his flavor is so clear. And he's like, all right, now, it's the world famous. And it's like, oh, wow. Like, you know, you hear, not saying you didn't hear other DJs and be like, ooh. Like, you heard Love Bug, yeah. You had, Love Bug had that strong energy when he was talking, right? But he had that lisp. It's Love Bug Thorsky. You know what I mean? That lisp is like, you catch on to that, right? So, and then you hear Star Child. Star Child is just high pitched. It's Star Child, and he's hype. But not understanding why he's so hype. When you see him, he's like in it, like he's gone.
Right.
And then Hollywood is Hollywood. Like it's
Calm.
a different transcend of everything.
Yeah.
And then you hear, it's the kid. And you're like, oh, where do we get this niche? Like, you got to find a niche
Yeah, you do.
that sits in between all these people. Because Clark never talked. Clark Kent never talked, but Clark Kent as a DJ, phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
R.I.P. You know, so when you listen to certain people, you're like, where do you find your niche that makes women say, your voice is dope?
Right.
That's what you really got to think about. So that's when it brings you to Bruce, because it's so clarity.
Yeah.
It's not about just yelling to yell. I'm able to speak, know when to yell, when not to yell. That's what you got to realize. Especially when you're doing radio, you got to be able to know how to cultivate that voice. You got to hit a certain point and get off that post. But certain people don't know how to do that.
So I've never been to one of your parties before. So what's your niche? What do you sound like on the mic?
I sound incredible.
I mean,
You to say
I mean-
what you say. What's your tag when you on your song when you on your set?
I don't have a tag. I
Really?
just go. It's
You
just
just
like
go?
Bruce. Bruce doesn't have a tag. It's like I've never sat where I go, I may hit a different octave. You know what I mean? Like, how can I say? We outside the booth. You know what it is? The one and only DJ Chubby Chub, the heavy hitter. It's different. You see what I mean?
I like that.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm in a different octave. So if it's like, if I'm being more smooth, then, all right, this little call time is here. Take this right here. It's a different type of feel. You're giving everything a different range as you go into it. So I just know how to dibble and dabble between that.
that comes from experience. What he just did right now is radio and touring
Right.
into one. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
mixtapes.
Yeah.
And
Your
mixtapes.
voice becomes different
On each
on different
platforms.
platforms.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So mixtapes is one thing you want to mixtapes is it's all that and all that, and you talk and you say what it is, and you shout out to this person and shout out to that person. When you're in front of 100,000, 50,000 people, it's a different type of situation.
I remember I did a tape, and one of my homies, before I went to Home 49th and 3rd, started hitting the tables, I gave my man one. I happened to see him. I gave him one. About 2 days later, he came back to me. He's like, yo, I love you, man, but I want one you made. I said, that's me on the tape. And he said, that's you talking?
Yeah.
Because, I'm like, what's up, my dude, what up?
Yeah.
Yo, it's the best kept secret, DJ Knuckles, what up?
Yeah. They don't
He didn't know that was me.
Yeah.
And then, it took years for people, just like you said, to understand the relevance of, that we're living out a character. Yeah. That voice fits DJ Knuckles. That voice DJ Chubby Chub. But there's a side of Chub that's gonna just conversate with you. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like even when I do radio, and you meet somebody for the first time, be like, but you don't sound like you sound like on radio.
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
You want me yelling all day at you?
That happens a lot.
You know what? I'm lying. I did hear you before. If I'm right. When I went to 50's Barclays show last year at the Barclays. That was you on there. See, I did hear him before.
Yeah.
And you can't sound like you're on a podcast when you're bringing 50 out.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Yayo's going to look at you real funny.
No, but
You're not
the
going to sound like me.
The set when you was bringing them out is like you went through hits before he even came out. Yeah. And you had the crowd going crazy before he came out.
Yeah. That's his job.
I did hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Stop.
I definitely want to know that connection. 50 is probably one of the greatest
businessmen.
Not even that. He's still street no matter what. He's still to the street. His ear to the street.
50.
You know how you say your ear's to the street? His whole body's in the street.
I love his body.
He will pull up at any given time, make a call to who he need to make a call to, where he go, and he pull up and he get it right.
Too.
But we ain't going there. What I'm saying is Chubb, you've always been and it's a great thing. Our narrative sometimes is all over the place. When we say all over the place, sometimes we think it's negative. All over the place for people like us, you, me, and Kamish, we're positively all over the place. How does 50 catch you? How do you catch 50? How does 50 catch you the way you're getting on the tours and stuff?
It's genuine. Okay. Everything is genuine.
No, I mean, like, where did you meet up and so y'all can start? Because 50 is real protective who he gonna put, especially behind him.
To be honest, it was an audition.
Wow.
You auditioned for it?
Yeah, I auditioned for that.
Okay.
That's dope.
Okay.
How many you knocked out?
2 people.
It was you and 2 other people. Okay.
Wait a second. So you, because 50's dead serious.
That's
He
why I
made people
asked.
try out for his stuff. So you where was the audition?
It was in Manhattan. It was at SIR.
Oh, okay. SIR Studios. You know the sound was right in there.
It was myself, Ty Boogie, and Cass One.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to Cass One.
Shout
out to Cass One.
Big shout out to Harlem, Ty Boogie.
And Ty Boogie, yeah. Bronx and Harlem.
Right.
Well, at least it wasn't on nobody's. I mean,
No, they was
Ty Boogie's a tour master.
Yeah.
You know,
Ty Boogie.
That was
that's my brother there.
tough choice he made.
Yeah.
So what did you do that stood out to 50? What do you think stood out to him? Like what did you do in
The
your
voice.
The voice.
Look at that. Now I need that Brucey B came out.
The voice.
The voice.
Yeah.
That Brucey B came out.
I mean, I guess mannerism too, but I say the voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's the voice. I mean, I have a great voice. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Like I have a very strategic voice. I worked at that. And it's like I think the voice is what really carries along with everything. And it's also image. Like, I mean, I don't look half bad. You know what I mean?
Here we go. Here we go. Yo, Rick, you ain't got no sound for that one?
right. Let me give you this. Let me give you that.
So
He look good, y'all. For those that can't see him,
I'm just saying,
Chubby
like,
Chub is handsome.
I'm not a sight for sore eyes. You
I
know
know
what
that's right.
An image is everything.
Talk
you know
to
what
them,
I mean?
Chub.
Right.
So, Chubb, yo, listen, man. Another thing, what's crazy is we all came up together so we could either say each other's stories because a lot of us, we met each other through flyers.
Right.
Back when flyers was really hot. Like, Knuckles getting everything. Damn, Chubb, where the fuck Chubb getting all that? I didn't know Ty Boogie. We met each other through a flyer. He lived 13 blocks from me. And what I'm saying is a lot of us grew and got successful with this. A lot of people, like you said, stayed stagnated and settled with what they were doing.
Right.
Us, we attached ourselves to the right people and we grew and they adored us. Not just friendship, not just brotherly love, but through our career and our positive vibes, like you always say. But we made it to Brazil. That's a tough place to go and DJ, and I've been there a couple of times. You made it out there. But you got this music that you're doing, but I don't know how to say it. And I don't want to say it wrong. We might have some Brazilians that's checking on you on your show, man. What is that music there, man?
It's Brazilian funk.
Brazilian funk.
Ballet funk.
Ballet funk.
Are we already playing it in the clubs and don't know it's Brazilian?
You played a few joints here and there. There's a lot of joints that's being played, especially right now. Cash Cobain's record, that's a Brazilian record.
Wow.
That drum patterns is a Brazilian record.
How did you get into it? Just by being there?
Exactly.
So what happened was I was getting booked in 2007. I've been in Brazil since 2007. And,
wow.
I was going back and forth like Sao Paulo and Rio, and then Brasilia and so many different places. Shouts to my man Fabs, and my man Pablo, and a couple of other people that helped me out there. But I got to rock with all the young rappers, and they all rock with me. And like I got a whole album that I haven't even finished yet, a Brazilian funk, but I fused it with hip hop. So I got like Mano, I got Nori.
Really?
Yeah, I got got a couple of other people that Uncle Murder's on it. And some other people that I've done, but a lot of the rappers that's there, like MC Long, R.I.P. Kev, he passed away, young kid, very good kid. And I was able to infuse that. Like I shot 2 videos. I did a video in the favelas. The favelas is their hood.
Yep.
I got the consent from the people there, and you know my friends and everybody made it happen. You just can't go into these favelas without getting the authorization.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I shot a video, and have you ever seen the movie City of Gods?
Yep, I'm just thinking that.
I got the main character in my video.
Wow.
Really?
He's just heavier now.
Wow. Okay.
When I shot that video, I was heavier then too. That was 2019. So when I shot that video, I shot it in the favelas, and he came along and you graced us with a cameo in the video.
That's
awesome. If you look it up, it's called Come This Way.
So it's out?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm at like 1.2 million, something like that.
Wow. Nice. And he say that so calm and humbly.
I mean, there's no other way to really say it, but you know, just to let people know. But I'm thankful for. No, it's definitely a big deal to be able to say, I went to other countries to record and do different things. Like I even did a song with Stevie B. We redid Spring Love over in Brazilian funk.
Nice.
That's on video too. He's in our video and my video and everything.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's called Spring Love. Ballet Funk, Chubby Chub, Volume 1.
That's the word I was talking about. It's ballet.
Ballet. Dance.
Oh, okay.
Ballet Funk.
So when's the album dropping?
I haven't finished it.
No, you haven't. How many songs are on the album so far?
So far, right now, I got 7.
Oh, okay.
I got 7, but I'm gonna have to refuse a couple of them. And the joint with Nori, we didn't shoot the video, but the song is out on YouTube.
Okay.
It's called Sacco the Skunk. Sack of Skunk.
So
nice.
before we go into break, I want to know what made you want to do the music video. How'd you get into saying, you know what, I've done all of this, now I want to do an album? How'd that come about?
I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to do the same thing that everybody else was doing, and I really didn't want to do it, but they pressured me to do it. It was like, yo, you should do this. This would be dope because nobody's doing that.
Right.
Everybody already has their way of doing music, and every DJ has done that. So I decided to take a different infusion. That's what I call it. It's an infusion of hip hop with ballet funk.
That's awesome. Did you grow up on ballet funk?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I grew
it just
up on
happened.
salsa.
So you got a mean
Didn't know I was
bachata?
Spanish for years.
I
I
didn't
knew
know
it was
until
coming.
you
I
said
knew he was gonna bring it up. I was quiet.
What happened? See,
When we come back,
when we
it-
come back,
I'll
we
tell
gotta
you.
share that story. We'll be right back. It's
knew it.
Outside the Booth. We got DJ Chubby Chub in the building. It's your girl BX, DJ Knuckles, and DJ Kamish. We'll be right back, y'all.
I'll let them tell myself.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
Yeah, of course. You know, we back.
back,
we
yeah.
tired of you saying you back. You always back. Listen, it's DJ Kamish, BX, you know what it is, Mr. Harlem, Mr. 212. We got my man, my right-hand man. I'm so proud of him. I ain't gonna front, the one and only
you, my
DJ
brother.
Chubby Chub. But go ahead, bro. You wanted to say something, man. Go ahead.
So yeah, we was in Glenroy's.
I was nice.
couldn't wait.
I was nice and
couldn't
calm
wait
and
to get
quiet.
out.
Y'all
Yeah.
saw me, right?
I know Nuck for about 30-some years. Right? You know Nuck for like 30 years, like at least 30-some years,
Right.
at least 30 years, right? I speak Spanish in the club. He's like, I ain't know you speak Spanish.
It's packed.
Club pack.
For mixtapes, I was already the Uptown big man. Mixtapes, I was Uptown's big man, the black Hispanic. That was my thing. I was the black Hispanic when I was doing mixtapes. Who not gonna know that was important? I mean, I went through my whole life. Everybody thinks they don't believe that I'm Puerto Rican. Nobody believes that.
Right.
I went to school and girls used to talk in Spanish behind me, and I'd be like, "Your mother." I'm just telling you, like that's how serious it was for me.
Wow.
Now you threw me off, bro. And the funny joint is he was actually playing, and Glenroy's got this thing where they support you by being where you're at.
Right.
Not just coming to the club. They're in the club with you, but they want to be where you're at. So they're surrounding him. And I'm just ecstatic to see Chubb in there playing at that one time, because it was like maybe the second, third time you had been in there. And I finally caught up to them to go see him play. So I'm like, I'm going to see my brothers. You know me and my brothers. I go
Yeah,
see my
you
brothers.
go
So I'm
see
behind him talking to him. And I walked by him, Puerto Rican, and then I walked behind him and he went, yo, no, you hey, yo, and lifted his head and said, you don't see my hair? I said, oh, man. I was
That's
messed
a
up
true
all
story.
night.
That's how it happened.
I went just
Oh,
like that.
snap.
But
Y'all got a full head?
but you know what it is? It's just so much things that's blinded with, as of DJs, unless you're super loud with it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody remember. We do, because that was our homework with Kid Capri. It's Italian style, the Puerto Rican people,
Right.
Puerto Rican persuasion.
And that's where I got it from.
Yeah, you know what I
was
mean?
like Uptown's big man, the black Hispanic, caused a man panic.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what I used to say. I was like, I'm on that road.
Then after a while, the tags became just our voice, because you got used to it. You know, my tag was the 111. I wanted to make, because we used to DJ together. So if Chubb went on first or went behind me, I made sure y'all knew it was me. So everybody had their own niche, which you eventually grew into. But I didn't remember him ever saying Hispanic joy. It's been so long with him, man, but it was hilarious, though.
No, that's
it was
awesome.
hilarious.
That's awesome.
So can we take it back for a second?
Sure.
So I read up on you, and you were part of a rap group called the Original Flavor. And it was managed by Dame Dash. How did all of you guys come together with them being from Harlem and you being in the Bronx? How did that connection come about?
The group was originally Ski and this guy named Suave. And Ski and Suave broke up. So the second album became Ski and T Strong. T Strong, which is AKA Tone Hooker, lived down the block from where I lived at. But he used to come to the clubs, to the local club that I used to be at. At Parkside Plaza. And T Strong was like, yo, you gotta be our DJ. But at the same time, I was being mentored with Clark Kent, and Clark was like, go ahead, do that. But T Strong is the one that put me on to them to DJ for them.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up DJing for the group, and I was a part of the group called Original Flavor, which was managed by Dame Dash. Also, Clark Kent, R.I.P., got us our deal at Atlantic Records.
That's awesome.
And I was also the first person to ever put Jay-Z on a mixtape because of Clark.
Right.
When nobody really knew who Jay was.
Was he always fire, though, from the day you met him?
Fire, always. I stamped Jay to everybody, and everybody was like, he's not going to make it. Everybody.
Really?
Yeah, people used to tell me he's not going to make it.
That's
I had friends that was listening to Eazy-E at that time.
Yeah, I remember that.
They was on Eazy-E crazy, like
Right,
NWA.
right.
They was NWA heavy. And they was like, no, your man ain't going to make it.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I had mad people say that. I was like, all right.
That's crazy.
How old was Jay when you first got him on your mixtape? Was this before him and Biggie did the Brooklyn's Finest?
yeah,
It was
way
way before that.
Way
Okay.
before that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely
Way
like,
before that. He wasn't even signed yet.
It was like 90, 92, 93.
Yeah, they wasn't over no 8, no, none of that.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just,
in my lifetime wasn't even done yet.
no.
Yeah.
Or Dead Presidents.
Yeah.
And I had freestyles. I just had mad freestyles from Jay. So he just did mad freestyles. I used to come. He used to come to Clark House, or he would come to Ski House, and I'd be like, "Y'all need a freestyle," and he would do the freestyle. I got mad freestyles on my mixtapes.
Wow.
And then some of the freestyles became actual songs. But they were like rhymes of something else that became to that song. Like he'll take a couple of those lines and made that into a song.
Did he really just do it off the
Yeah.
top of his head?
All the time.
No writing?
No writing.
That's amazing.
And he rhymed quicker than that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
time he was definitely.
He was definitely rhyming quicker
At
back
that
then.
time, he was definitely.
Because he had to learn.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had to learn. That's why. It wasn't what he was saying. It was how he was doing it. They said that it wouldn't make it. But once he
Yeah.
figured out them bars, how to do the bars.
He always had the bars, even with the speed. It's just nobody was listening. Nobody
Yeah.
wanted to take the chance.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? Everybody
crazy.
had that little short term of not understanding. But when he started rapping,
Nobody really heard that kind of speed like that.
but then when he started rapping in his subliminal game,
Yeah.
forget about it.
Disgusting.
And you told them Jay-Z was going to be it.
No, I told
And then-
everybody that. I told Jay's my top 5 rapper. All time. And I don't
What's-
care what nobody says.
We from the same school. What's the other 4?
The other 4,
Yeah, because I know it ain't a 1 to 5, but you just
it's
throw them in there.
Rakim, it's KRS, and then I'm gonna go to I'm gonna definitely go to Pharoah Monch, and I'm gonna go to Kiss.
Pharaoh.
Okay.
That's the original concept. You don't know about it. You wasn't outside yet.
I know about Pharoah Monch.
Well, not
Thank you
yet.
very much. Okay? I know about him.
So I got to ask you, what led you to radio?
You know, that's a good question. I was always doing radio, but it so happens that while I was in Boston, there was this thing. There was a college station, WERS. I don't know if you ever heard of Cherry Martinez.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cherry Bomb
Yeah.
Martinez.
Yeah.
So Cherry Bomb is the one that put me on the radio.
Wow.
Really?
So in Boston, she was doing the college radio at the time, and she used to do this thing. It used to be a special week where they would let DJs come live. So and then later on that year, there was a station that that was about to open up in Boston, and she was part of the programming.
She was the program director?
She wasn't the program director; she was a part of the programming.
Okay.
So she was the personality that was going to be on the show.
Okay.
And she was like, I want you to be my DJ.
Oh, wow.
So she was doing middays. And then she was like, you're going to be my DJ. And I was like, all right, whatever. But my first day on radio, boy, I almost got fired.
Curses on you.
What happened? You playing a dirty version or something?
Nah, so when I go to, so 12 o'clock is supposed to be like smooth and hits.
Lunchtime stuff. Yeah.
But I didn't. I'm coming straight from mixtape. I'm coming from the street. Mm-hmm. I come on with the first promo of Bang Bang CNN.
And you supposed to be playing R&B?
Listen. I came on the thug, then. They go to thug, then. They go to bang, 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 bang. The PD runs in the room. What are you doing?
What's the matter?
Yeah, I felt like a little kid being scolded, like, I don't know. Playing music. He's like, no, I need hits.
Right.
I need hits. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh. Cherry, what's hits? I swear to God. I said, but from there on in, I learned the routes of radio and I understood what it was.
That's
and
hilarious.
then I was able to get through it. But I'll tell you, that promo came in the morning. I ripped that joint up. I was like, this is what we playing. Foxy Foxy dissing Little Kim.
Right.
I'm going to go play. I'm going to play this first.
It's funny because I just watched that episode of Drink Champs where Nori was talking about the recording process of that and how he felt like he should have said something. He should have said he didn't want to stop her from being creative, but when it was done, he was like, yeah, I should have said something.
Because he knew it was going to be part two after that. But I remember that.
Lie though, like that test, when you got test pressing.
Yeah. You wanted
the era I came from, when you got a test pressing.
You was blasting off.
And that joint was brand new, and it's all it said was test pressing, CNN, Bang Bang, Foxy Brown.
Black and white.
Everybody knew this was it. It said clean, dirty, instrumental.
That's it.
Yo.
I came right on, bang, 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 thugs. I was like, yeah. New Foxy, yeah, it's coming.
Wow.
I was on it. And then he came in there and stopped me right after Foxy.
And you know what's crazy? Is that hall inside the studio of all radio stations, that hallway, it got that wood floor.
Yeah.
You can hear them running. You can hear them.
The funny thing, I didn't hear nothing. I ain't hear, the music was loud. We had it.
Oh, you was blasted off.
And I was blaring. She was in there rocking with me. We
My
rocking
Cherry's
like, yeah,
rocking.
we gonna have the #1 show. We like, yeah. He came right in, boom. What are you doing?
Yeah, all out of there.
Oh,
like
man.
Hits, nothing but hits. But that really showed me that radio was a different type of animal once I started understanding and learning how to sandwich records, because a lot of people don't realize how, radio now is definitely handcuffed. Now it's now it's like you playing black and white. Now you ain't playing the way you would play if you picked up 2 records. Those 2 records, then the next record has to be unfamiliar, and next one has to be familiar.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really like familiar, unfamiliar, familiar, unfamiliar, familiar, unfamiliar.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like you can't do that no more. Now it's got to be
Familiar.
unfamiliar, familiar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it makes it kind of whack now with radio.
Yeah. I mean, well, you have made it. So you went from almost being fired on your first record to being a mix show director.
A mix show director.
Wow.
And it's funny because there was other people that was in place for that, but my choices of music, and I was more stubborn to saying this is gonna be a hit. Like when
you was banking on what you were saying as a DJ,
right? But I was banking more because I knew women was going to these records. Like I remember when I bought the record "Can I Get Her," Jay-Z.
Oh yeah.
Right? They was like, "That's not gonna work." I was like, "That's gonna be a #1 record."
Yep.
And I said, "Hey, Papi, it's gonna be a big record."
Oh, that was
They
my
didn't want to listen
song.
to me. I was like, and when they saw it, they was like, "Oh my God." They said, "Usher, you remind me. You remind me of." They said that wasn't gonna be.
They said that wasn't gonna work.
That wasn't gonna work.
This is you in Boston.
This is in Boston. This is Boston. Yo, bro, you don't understand. I broke mad records. Like I broke mad reggae artists. I broke everything. Like I did a lot up to the time when 50 he wasn't even signed yet. I was just taking all the mixtape joints and cleaning them myself. My son and I was cleaning them.
Wow.
And I was playing them, and the PD was like, yo, you need to stop playing this guy. He's not gonna make it. I said, you're bugging. I said, you're bugging.
And then you end up doing his tour.
But that's
How crazy.
late.
That's
That's later.
full
It was
circle.
later,
No, I'm
but-
just saying, but
that
look
wasn't
how
even a
full
thought
circle.
then at that time.
That's
I
so
was
crazy.
more in tune into breaking records.
Yeah.
Like even reggae is so big in Boston
Yeah, it is.
that they wasn't playing a lot of these artists, right? I was the first person to have Vibes Cartel come to the station
What?
when radio was really rocking. This is Vibes Cartel in a Jersey.
Yeah.
This is when they was considering him the Jamaican Jay-Z
Right.
in the 2000s. Mr. Vegas, Wayne Marshall, Wayne Wonder. I had all these guys. Like I got plaques of all this, like things that I broke. Reggae artists, rappers, the Clips. I broke Clips first time. Like I was really going at all these records. So that's when they realized, like, nah, his choices is incredible.
I've gotta say this right now. I want to thank you for doing what you did on radio in Boston with reggae and the Caribbean culture, because that opened the door for me to come in to play in the city of Boston and play in different clubs. And when I would come in there and play reggae, you know, I used to fool with them because I would play like a real commercial reggae joint, and like, and then I throw a cartel or something on, and people turn around and be like,
What's that?
"Oh, you got that?"
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
and then I go back. I do the radio thing. I go back to something that's familiar. They be like, "Come on,
Yeah.
man.
And
We
that's
know
all
we know you got something because
Yeah.
you play cartel.
Right,
You
right.
got something. You
Right.
can play here."
I'm gonna
Like-
tell you a funny story though. So, shouts to Junior Rodigan. He's like one of the big reggae cats that was out there at the time. He even had a record store that used to sell mixtapes. And I remember playing at a party, and people was like, "Yo, your reggae is trash."
What?
Cause I was playing reggae from New York. I didn't know nothing about rhythms. I didn't know rhythms. I just was playing records.
Right.
Until he started telling me, you need to play this one, you need to play this one, you need to make sure you play this one after that one. And then I started understanding.
Right.
But then I started pulverizing because I started cutting these records. They was like, oh, no, he's different. He's over there cutting. That I'm telling you that to a time that I ended up doing pirate radio in Boston. And I had Movado, and Movado didn't want to interview with nobody at the time.
And he interviewed with you.
He came and interviewed with me, and he went crazy, gave me a dub plate and everything.
Wow.
He went crazy like, nah, he's a problem. And I was bringing him back, and he was going crazy. Barrington Levy came, same thing. And I'm telling you, like, these, you know, being a part of just DJing is one thing, but to be able to impact a lot of these artists
Facts.
is a different story.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of the rappers that we grew up with are basically my brothers. Like, Fat Joe is my brother. Forget music. Raekwon is my brother, but forget the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like everybody you deal with, it's like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? But when you break their music and that music makes an impact, you
They'll
become
never
a
forget
different entity.
Yeah. Yeah.
From radio to the club to mixtapes, that's a different stature. It's not just playing records just to play records. It's playing records to get people to understand these songs.
Right.
That's where the DJ is messing up. Even if you're playing it safe, you're still not taking a chance on so much new music. Even right now,
Yeah.
they don't take chances. They're gonna keep playing the same songs because they scared.
They scared. Yeah.
We're gonna take a break because we definitely gonna come back to that because I have to add to that, and he'll know what I'm talking about in the next segment. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's Kamish BX
Knuckles.
outside the booth. We'll be right back.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.
Right, one more segment to go, but unfortunately, this is. I already know that this is going to be a part 2 to this.
It has to be a part 2.
There's
We haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah,
We haven't
got a lot of
scratched the
things to
surface.
talk about.
But before you ask what you want to ask, I'm curious. With all the success and all of the support you had from the drug dealers on your block and your parents and everything, how do they receive you as the Chubby Chub that you are, or that you like blew up to be? What do they say to you when you guys get together?
A lot of people are very proud of me. You know, I mean, everybody that I've encountered is very proud of me. You know, I can't take nothing away from that. You know what I mean? I mean, my mom's is always happy to see what I've done and things. Even though she's never witnessed me DJing, she just sees videos or whatever I put up. But she never gets to witness me. Like, I would love for my mom to watch me play so she could get an understanding. But she's happy as long as I'm happy.
That's awesome.
No, I get it.
That's awesome. I'm sorry,
No,
Commissioner.
it's fine. He had mentioned a part about DJs being scared to play records,
Right.
which brings me to what you do as part of your game now, Twitch.
Right,
You're one of the top streamers on Twitch.
right.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like during so let's talk about that for a second. During COVID, when did you get on? What made you decide to get on there and
Another
why?
DJ friend of mine, Green Lantern.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know, Green Lantern's
Green
yeah,
Lantern
his
was-
stream is crazy.
Green
Yep.
Lantern was killing Twitch, and I was doing Instagram. So I had did an Instagram with New Edition during pandemic.
Okay.
I had did a tribute to New Edition, and all of them was inside the chat.
Wow.
Yeah, this was like the biggest thing on Instagram. So and then it kept cutting off, coming back on, but they kept coming back.
Right.
All 6 of them was in the chat. People were going. I had like 10,000 people in the chat. It was crazy. It was a big moment on Instagram. So Green goes, yo, you got to come to Twitch. Get off of Instagram. He's like, you're gonna kill him. You're gonna do what you do, and you're gonna kill him. I was like, I don't know the ins and outs. Mind you, this is Twitch starting with having to, first of all, you had to have the right computer, you
Yep.
had the right source,
Yep.
I didn't have none of that. I was using an iPad, I was using the phone, I was getting cut off, I was went through all that. I didn't know what a raid was. A raid is when somebody from their room, they send the people to your room, and then you get impacted by their people, and you build your clientele, your community.
Yep.
I didn't know nothing about that. He was like, I'm gonna raid you. I was like, what? It's like spray? Like, I didn't understand. So I did the joint, and when I did it, the first day I did it, I couldn't get raided because I was an affiliate.
Right.
And Green didn't even know that. So, but I still had 43 people.
Okay.
Overall, I still had 43 people that was still rocking regardless. But then, moving forward, I kept going. And then Vince Adams,
Yes. Yep.
which is another big streamer at the time.
Shout out to Vince.
Right? Vince Adams goes, can I call you? He sends me a whisper. You got what it takes. I want to help you. I said, you want to help me? He's like, yeah, you got the, he said, I got the it factor. That's what he said. I had the it factor. I didn't understand what the it factor was at the time, but when I started watching people's streams, I started realizing my personality is what was winning.
Right.
And mind you, I'm 400 pounds at this time.
You were 400 pounds?
I was 400 pounds.
Wow.
I've been consistent 4 years in the gym. As of June, I've been in the gym 4 years consistent.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome.
And all it's been is hard work.
Yeah.
My God.
That's
I'm
awesome.
down to 227 right now.
Awesome.
And I lost all my weight due to Twitch. That's what it was.
Yeah, you
It was-
transformed
I was
yourself.
trying to entertain everybody. So I was moving around, dancing. I was doing parodies and things like that. When they did the little chandelier dance, I was doing all that stuff. So that's what happened. So Vince ended up rating me. He said, create a name. And I said, the #1 mix show, because I came from radio.
Right.
During pandemic, I said, you know what? #1 mix show. And that's what happened. The #1 mix show on Twitch became the explosive situation.
Yeah.
And I started killing. And it just became my community. I created my own community, the Chub Dub Gang.
Yep.
To this day, I still have the Chub Dub Gang. I'm going back on Friday at 7 p.m. I will be there. And And I built that community, and I broke records, and I played a lot of records that nobody was playing. I play a lot of records that nobody still don't play, and that's what entitles the people that listen to me for that music that nobody don't get to hear.
Is that so for you? Because I mean, I'm a Twitch streamer too, but I'm not nearly as successful as he is. But for you, do you find, and coming from radio, I've done radio for a long time, but not commercial radio, not the rules of commercial radio. Do you feel in any way, shape, or form restricted by being on Twitch compared to radio?
Nah, not at all.
So are you able to break more artists on Twitch?
I break more artists on Twitch. I have way more freedom.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy thing: there's a new platform that I just got a part of that I'm about to be an ambassador to. It's a new platform.
I think I know what you're talking about.
LFG.TV.
Yep, I got an email from that earlier this week.
So I'm the hip hop ambassador for that.
Okay.
So that's gonna be the new
That's
platform.
awesome. Drop a bomb for him
sorry,
on that.
sorry. There we go.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So that's gonna be our new platform. It's LFG.TV.
Okay.
So now, I was asking you off air, and I'm going to ask you now. What are you waiting for with getting a documentary with all of your success and everything that you've, from the beginning to present? Why don't you do a documentary? Like, you have a story.
I have a lot of story, and there's a lot of stuff that we never really embarked on and talked about, and the reason why I ended up leaving out of New York and things like that. I was shot.
Really? How old were you?
I was, my son was 92, so I was 21. I'm going to be 21. I was 20. 1992, I was shot.
Wow.
In my projects.
By accident or?
No,
they was.
Like a hit.
It was.
Yeah, they was going to shoot. They was going to kill us.
Wow.
My son was only 3 months old.
And your son was with you?
Yeah. My son was in the apartment.
Wow. God bless.
It was in your crib?
Yeah.
They ran up in your crib?
Nah, they didn't get in. That was the thing. Thank God for police locks.
Right.
Fox lock.
Them locks was
Yeah, the
mean
long
back
joint,
in
the
day.
long
The
pole.
pole
Yeah,
that you couldn't get
yeah.
in. That
Had
used
the
to
long
stick in the
pole.
floor.
Yeah.
That's the one that I had.
Yeah.
Right in the floor.
So after that,
Thank
so
God.
Thank God. Huh?
well, you want to share or you don't want to share?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It was like a setup. It was a girl that knocked on the door. I opened the door, and when I opened, the guy put the gun to my head.
Wow.
So, and then I don't think he meant to shoot, because it's just because it was me on instinct, pushed him, and you know how hallways are so short in the hallway.
Right.
So when I pushed, he already had the gun cocked. He got that bullet out. It's not like he shot intent,
Right.
but it still went through and out my back.
Wow.
It was a 45.
Wow.
Wow.
No, it was definitely for dead. We was gonna be dead. It was crazy. Thank
Wow.
God every day.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the reason.
That's the reason why you leave. You
I
left.
left.
Yeah.
Because all the people that were protecting me, that would make sure that I'd be good, was locked up.
Okay.
So I didn't have
You didn't have that.
I didn't have a strong field of what was going on outside.
Right.
Not only that, you being a father, your
Yeah.
mom said
You
so
got a
something
3-month-old. You ain't thinking
Yeah.
about none of that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
really like,
Yeah.
I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
So that's when you went to Boston for a long term, and then you just took over the radio there.
It just gave me another, like, they say that one door closes, the
Another
other
door
one
open.
opens.
Yeah.
And it's all God's plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
had
why I
a
say to
plan
this
for you.
day,
Yeah.
it's all God's plan. Like, everything you go through. You may go through something one time where you feel like nothing is right, but that moment you really sit and embark on it, like, it took me a long time to really understand. Sometimes I used to be stressed out, like, yo, I'm going to make this happen.
Right.
But then you start thinking, like, you can't go crazy. You got to
Right.
just chill.
Yeah.
And I learned to just relax.
Yeah.
And everything works out. Eventually it works out. It just takes a while. But you just got to give that faith to God.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I thank God that you took heed to the message, because most of us ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everybody think that.
We was talking about that earlier.
That's what I'm
You could
saying.
become
Everybody
invincible.
think we're invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be invincible.
We
and
think
then
we're
take it-
invincible, and
take
we
it for
think we can
granted.
still walk around and do whatever. But
Because I was looking for you. Big Beats told me you was in Boston.
Yeah.
Mom, I kept sending messages. We got another partner, DJ Big Beats, do sound with it and all that stuff. And I was like, yo, let's Chub back. When I tell you, it was just 3 boroughs of just it was just us. You can count it. Probably was like 12 of us uptown just getting the parties. We was the only ones on the flyers. Then all of a sudden I started seeing Double R Brothers not on the table no more. These guys gone. These guys gone. Then these guys gone. I'm like, where everybody gone? You know that everybody just disappeared. So like you said,
a big era with SNS and Craig G, where we had Black Hole Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Chuck Black.
Chucky.
Wow.
You know, like I said, like DJing is something that I love and I really enjoy, and I'm thankful for it. And it's like, and it's really because when you DJ, you understand the music and how you really put things together. Because knowing how to build a story is what builds your character as a DJ.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't realize that. Like, you're just playing to play, and you're not looking at the crowd.
Yep.
It's garbage.
Right.
I gotta see who's moving, not moving. I gotta see if the girls are really bopping their head.
Yeah, because you said you play for the women.
I play for women. I don't play for girls. I don't play for guys. Like guys is whatever.
They gonna follow the girls.
They gonna follow. If
you could do a sausage party with no problem. Like,
right.
What good is that?
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm playing for women. But
the women are moving, the guys are gonna follow. It doesn't matter.
So my next, my next journey is really, I'm gonna train people that are obese. That's my next thing for next year is really get certified and train people that are obese to help them to understand that they can do it. Anybody can do it if you put the work in.
And you and you literally did it while on Twitch 3 days a week.
No, I was doing
6
days a week.
6 days. Wow.
I was doing when pandemic was going, I was doing 5 to 6 hours a day.
In the gym?
Yeah.
No, and
on
Twitch. Oh, okay.
So they was watching him.
I didn't have gym. This was me doing Twitch 5 to 6 hours, Monday through Saturday.
So you just working out.
I just was working out, moving around. No, but it was dancing though. I learned to try to entertain everybody, doing these little whack dances, stomach all out. Like, I'll show you pictures. My stomach was like this big.
That's
I used
crazy.
to put 2 phones on my stomach. I used to eat food off my stomach.
Wow.
I could sit on the couch and I would eat food off my stomach.
Wow.
You can't tell that now.
No way.
Right.
But I did. You know what I mean? And that's where I lost the weight, is moving around. Because if the average person does 6,000 to 10,000 steps for 30 days, 6,000 to 10,000 steps, you're losing weight.
Yeah.
Never mind if you don't eat well. If you eat better and you do all that and you do your cardio and you work out,
Forget it.
I average like 7,000 a day.
My brother does 30,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
Easy. A day at his job.
that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
and he's fit, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fit. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Commission's not a fat person. He's just a skinny fat person.
Yeah, I am.
No, I'm just saying. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not that say that he's a big person. He's just a skinny fat person.
Right.
But I get in the gym for 30 days, I'm going to look,
Listen, I know that's right. We got to have you come back up here because there's so much. I have so much that I want to ask you. But before we close out today, what advice would you give to a young Chubby Chub, up and coming? What advice would you give your younger self?
Don't take limits. Don't limit yourself. Just go. And especially, where I grew up at, if your self-esteem was garbage, you wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, growing up,
Yeah.
you think about, it's sad to see how kids get manipulated to suicidal thoughts or not feeling like they're not good enough. Everybody's good enough. You just gotta put the work in.
Absolutely.
Mentally, you gotta put the work in. At a young age, you gotta start saying, I wanna do this, and I'm gonna do it regardless. Especially when they're telling you you're not gonna make it.
Right.
Because I had mad people tell me I wasn't going to be a dope DJ. I wasn't going to be heard. I wasn't going to be this. I wasn't going to be that. I had mad people tell me I was going to fail at losing weight.
Really?
Yeah, because I tried it so many times that I was going to be like, I ain't going to do it. But when I stuck to it, it's a lifestyle now. I can't stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't stop. I'm addicted. Like, I'm a straight addict at the gym. So for me, it's like, never let nobody tell you can't do something. Don't let nobody try to limit you from being something you want to be great at.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, baseball, football, reading books, learning how to spell. I don't care. Don't limit yourself.
Facts.
If you want to be a DJ, be a DJ. Everybody's a DJ nowadays. It doesn't even matter how dope you are, because the era I grew up in, you would never surpass, because when I grew up, it's
a
needle
skill
picking.
set. Yeah.
It was needle
skill
picking.
Yep,
That needle picking is different.
Yeah.
I don't take nothing away from anybody that's growing up now learning how to DJ. I don't take that away from anybody. If you learned how to DJ on a controller and that's what you did, that's beautiful. But what I grew up on as DJing, I went through they called you a burger.
Right, right.
Yo, you washed. You garbage. Get out of here. You're offbeat. You're not going to make it. I went through all that until I got my own set and I really practiced with the right people, and I got myself right in the right board and know how to do what I do.
Wow. No, that makes 100% sense there, man. Like, that's it. That's it.
That's it. Well, we gotta have you come back next month.
Sure.
Look, all right. Look, I said next month. I just threw it out there. I'm just gonna just throw the feeler just in case he's available next month, because I have it's so much.
Yeah, but this is just like the intro.
This is
just like the intro
it's
episode.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, honestly, there is a lot. Like, I didn't even really touch on a lot of things, but
Right.
It's, even my peers, like a lot of my DJ peers, I shout out to all of them. Everybody I ever grew up with, anybody that ever worked with me, I'm thankful for it all. And thank you for the Outside the Booth for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. You are so
we
awesome.
glad to have you,
I
man.
can't wait to have you come back. Let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can book you, how to find you.
Everything at DJ Chubby Chub.
CHUBBY, CHUBB.
No, just B.
1B?
1B. Not
Chubby Chub,
Rock.
1B? 1B.
Just
1B.
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 I got you.
1B.
Before we get out of here, I just want to tell my brother, I love you and I'm proud
Love
of
you,
you, bro.
Nux. Thank you, my brother.
We did it.
Nah,
And you
definitely.
doing it.
We still doing it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
God's plan.
All three of y'all.
Word.
Y'all killing. I'm just going to be a faithful fan, and I'm just going to follow y'all wherever you go. And when I thought I didn't go to a party, I actually seen you on the show, on tour with 50 Cent. So I did experience DJ Chubby Chub. And now I'm going to go to my videos that I was recording to really send it to y'all.
You got to catch him on Twitch, too, on Friday.
Oh, yeah. I don't have a Twitch account.
We'll figure that.
I'll fix that. We'll fix that. But it's your girl, BX.
DJ Knuckles, what it is?
Commish.
We are outside the booth. Y'all stay tuned. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. We'll see y'all soon.
Thanks, Chubb.
Thank you.
The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. The new Party 1019. New York's #1 for throwbacks.